Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Big Nerf Gaming. We're back. We're doing draft videos again. We're gonna be consistent with it because basically, I got a better job and I can afford to be more consistent with it. So yeah. Long-term viewers, new viewers, welcome. Long-term viewers, we've switched to single elimination sealed. I used to do intermediate sealed for the purposes of the video to make sure we got 3 games out of coming into it, but basically it's just horribly inefficient for your dollar. You can't keep doing intermediate leagues and be somewhat profitable. Also, as an important note, as we start this Guilds of Ravnica draft, this is my first draft. I did a bunch of sealed over the weekend. Was pretty successful. Didn't 5-0 any of them, but lots of 4-1s and I think 3-4-1s, a 3-2, and a 1-3. So I was making a point there. So I've got I don't know, I want to say I have a handle on the format because that's sealed, not draft. So I think going into this here, based on what I saw in the sealed format, and what a lot of people what tends to happen in early parts of the format is with all these big multicolored cards, I expect there to be maybe a little bit extra people pushing it with their mana and stuff like that. So barring opening some sort of crazy bomb, pack one, pick one in other colors, I will likely lean towards forcing Boros here. The Boros deck, the power level on some of these Boros cards seems very good, and I think if you're all in and just Boros and can pile those on top of each other, you'd be at a pretty interesting place. For now, we're looking at some interesting cards here. Bounty of Might is a strong effect because it's like that's a 6 mana. You'll probably kill your opponent if you've done some other hitting. You can get in, and if you've got more creatures than your opponent or anything, or a flyer or something, you're getting in for 9, and it's fantastic. I mean, that is definitely a thought here as we move forward. Beyond that, it's also interesting, and this is a good card if you can get it going. Though it's going to be a little hard to get all the way there. However, Conclave Tribunal is fantastic, and honestly, I think that's just what we're going to take here. Now, do we take the bounty? The Conclave forces the red-white a little better. I think we're taking the bounty. I think the Fire Mines research is a little too. You got to get real far to get that good, and I mean, obviously here, you could slam some more Dimir, but I think I'm going to be more interested in picking up a Guild Mage. That the first effect on this guy is very good, and gain 2 life has seemed more relevant than I would expect during the sealed format, and I expect it will also be relevant in aggro drafting. In the draft where I expect the aggro decks to be more aggro. But yeah, I mean, there's not a plain green card in the pack. Disinformation campaign, it's also, I could just dump this and just go all in on this. This was super amazing in sealed. I don't know if it's going to be as good in draft, though. And I think I'm going to stick with my first pick here. I think Bounty of Might is just going to be very strong, and I want to be able to cast it and be efficient with it, and so I'm going to lean a little into it. If we're going this way, we're going this way, right? This is interesting. We got Circuitous Route, which I don't think is going to be as good if I end up straight Golgari, but if I want to, splash, or other things start happening, much better. Siege Worm has seemed decent. But you know, I don't know how good it's going to be in the draft in Golgari. I mean, obviously it is good with Bounty of Might. Um, what else do we have here? Pilfering Imp was good in Dimir type decks. I don't know if it's as good in Golgari. I mean, it does sacrifice itself. It does let you scoop a card out of their hand. Do I just take Prey Upon? I probably just take Prey Upon, right? Undercity Uprising is fine, but it's expensive. I'm happy with this. I mean, we'll take another Swarm Guild Mage. Though I also actually, I really like Lawless Giant. Or I liked it in Sealed, but yeah. No, I think we're actually going to take the Lawless Giant. It's pretty... it's a 6/5 is one of the biggest things running around in this format. Like, creatures... That's one thing I definitely noticed. Creatures in general, kind of smaller. Like, lots of, like 4/4 is, like, the large standard, or from what I've seen. I mean, from what I felt, I'm not like making a statement here. That's backed up by any sort of, research. But speaking of 4/4, works with our Lawless Giant, and the Golgari effect in general. I think that's where we're gonna go. Whisper Agent also kind of a consideration here because Surveil is good, but I don't think it's going to be good as the Trooper. The Trooper seemed very good because it's essentially always a 4/4. I mean, yes, it's a 4/4 that kind of opens you up to get 2-for-1, but it's also a 4/4, a quote unquote 4/4 that lets you get in for just 2 unblocked damage a lot of times. It's it's interesting. Again, I feel like Pilfering It might be okay. Because again, it puts itself into the graveyard and pokes it's a creature card. All the things, you're getting it. Call Forager's also fine, but I don't love it. I'm going to take the Imp here. The bats are okay, but I don't think that's exactly how we're planning on winning. Now, I am not sure. This might be a fantastic card in this format. I know it seems crazy. I know you're looking at me like I'm nuts. But in terms of just being like defensive speed, it's good. And in the later game, it's a wall that doesn't just roll over. And the reach, like, has seemed like it's going to be relevant effect in the format. I think we're going to take Siege Worm here. Because I do want to... Yeah, we're taking the Sundew. No, we're taking the Siege Worm. I know I just made a big statement about the Sundew, but I honestly, I don't know if it's actually any good. I mean, at this point, I probably should have looked at it last pack with that Convoke creature, but Celestia there's been lots of just open cards coming through. We're going to speculate on the Wood Shaper here. Maybe try to get some stuff going. See, nobody else wanted to take the Firemind's Research on either. Just because it's a lot. You got to get a lot of instants and sorceries to actually make that effective. Honestly, for limited, I wish it's definitely a... Let's take the... what do we take here? Do we want the Severed Strands? Yeah, we'll have stuff we're willing to sacrifice. Anyway, with the Firemind's Research, this is a bit of a... I know this is a Ben Stark thought, but they're just that some cards just need to be slightly different for limited, or it should be I think he said that some cards should be banned, but I could do it like a slight errata for limited. Hold on, we're gonna stop talking about that for a second because it's an interesting pick. This card has been okay, and if we can get enough stuff in the graveyard, it'll be actively good. But Undercity Uprising has also been strong too. Let's take the Mood Mark Painter. The thing about the Uprising is you kind of want to have you want to trade away a Burglar Rat with something. We could snap a Urban Utopia. Maybe play that to splash something. I'm not too excited about the Wario copy. We'll stab a locket. Well, still don't love the Okapi, but the Crawl Foragers can get in there. I don't know if Dowser of Lights is actually going to be good in draft, but like I was saying about the size of creatures in the format, 4/4 has seemed like an interesting base. So 4/5 kind of pushes stuff around. In this pack, definitely interested in Flower or Flourish. If there was other, if this wasn't in the pack, I would probably happily slam this. But I don't actually have a way to play the green white yet, and I think Indrink is not that much. It's not going to be that much worse, especially because Flourish is a sorcery. That's we can't get like a trample or anything for 6 mana. I just assumed for 6 mana it was an instant. Yeah, no way. We're taking the Indrik. Not no really good black cards here. I do like Devarkin Dissident, but I want the Indrik here on power level. The Dissident might go in my Elf standard deck though. Now that I'm realizing it's an Elf. Shh! Don't tell anybody. But I think there's an Elf standard deck. But I also think it's green red. So maybe I'm wrong. See, right now I want to keep talking about these packs, but I know there was something I was talking about a handful of picks ago that I got distracted and then started talking about, current things, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Anywho, kind of interested in an Iron Shell Beetle. I could get another Pilfering Imp. Ooh, these are interesting. Whoever took that Fire Mines research on the wheel is going to love this if it gets around to them. Now we're taking a Prey Upon. I got a little distracted there and was not properly seeing the pack. World Soul Colossus has seemed good. I'm unsure about my ability to splash. There's the Sky Knight Legionnaire in the world where I just paid attention and forced Boros. We get Colossus. But that does mean we got to start poking at some white sources. Crawl Forager. Still don't love it. Pitiless Gorgon has seemed fine. And it's the sort of grindy thing we want to just kind of put out there and slow the world down. I think we're going to take the Colossus. Ooh, another Indrik. That's another Siege Worm. See, I don't even know. But the Colossus, it's like, is the Siege, are the Siege Wormers just better? I guess I can play the Colossus at different points, but now I'm like, was that a good pick? Because I already have the Lawless Giant and the Indrik as already two big things I can't convoke. I'm not super excited to grab another Indrik because I already have the Bounty of Might at 6. I'm a lot more interested in the Spinal Centipede. 3/2 that puts a counter somewhere. I can do that, and creatures dying is sort of good for me. In Golgari. Oh, see, we're definitely playing Selesnya, because while I just said Indrik, six power stuff, but like this is a mass quote mass pump spell. I mean, I don't care that it's mass pump really, but like this is what you want. Forget the 6 mana sorcery speed. Everything gets +2/+2. Flourish. I'll take +1/+1 and a bunch of life and cards all day. Other thoughts here? Obviously, the Rock Charger, Pegasus Courser still good. Lox and Restorer seemed good, but it'd probably be between the Rock, the Charger, and the Dissident if this wasn't in the pack. But I think we're gonna take this. We again still do need to find some Guildgate action as a way to splash these white cards. Yeah, I think we'll take this Guildgate here. It gives us access to a couple very good white cards, and we're just missing out on some like mediocre 2-drops. I guess a sideboard card, but regular Rats has been fine, but I mean maybe it might be better in draft, but here's interesting because part of me is like, ooh, Generous Stray. You know, a creature trades off, goes to the graveyard, draws a card, also convokes out our things, and then there's the Guildgate. I think we'll take this Stray. Stray seemed really good at Sealed. I don't know how good it's going to be in draft. We'll take Mulderhook here. I don't exactly have a lot of ways to get stuff into the graveyard quite yet, but, you know, we're going to figure this out. We're definitely slamming the Dissident. I mean, I know she's just like a really bad Thorn Lieutenant, but the Elves deck that I'm thinking about kind of would just be happy playing Thorn Lieutenants, you know, 5 through 8. Anyway, I think we might even want another Moonmark Painter, right? I'm honestly not sure. Clearly, it's one of those spots where it's like, okay, clearly my colors seem. I mean, maybe they're not clearly, because maybe I'm just getting bad signals, but the colors seem pretty open. I'm not entirely sure what cards I want out of these packs, but maybe it's a sign that they're not open. Like there should be stronger things here that are jumping out at me. I think we're gonna take this. I mean, I haven't looked at the whole pack yet. I think Grisarm Lurcher is pretty good. I've already discussed Uprising, a lot of this other stuff here, but Okrin. I'm gonna say Okrin. Otrin? Okrin? Okrin Assassin. We're gonna go with Okrin. I have no idea if that's correct. But yeah. It's a really good card. It's both a lure attack where, you know, you can attack with this and your other creatures get everything through because everything has to block this, and it kills something. Like, you know, we've played this effect for, you know, 4 mana where it's just like a lure. It doesn't even have Death Touch. How good do I think Swarm Guild Mage is? Because Severed Strands is looking pretty good right now with my Stray and my Burglar Rat and stuff like that. Huh. Also, maybe talk about Silent Dart. Probably not great in these colors. I don't even know if it's a good card in the format, but I just kind of want to mention it because I'm unsure. I have not played with it or seen it played yet, but it doesn't mean it's not good. It just means it's a card that, you know, I haven't seen played yet. There is a difference. I think we'll take another Guild Mage here. Ooh, okay. I mean, if it's good enough to first pick, it's good enough to pick over the rest of this stuff in this pack. mean, we'll definitely play a fine broker. The dev champion is also good, but I'd rather just play the. We have not gotten a crazy amount of gates for our white splash yet, so I'd rather play the on color cards. You could also definitely talk me into Deadweight or Crushing Canopy. Maybe the pick might even be Deadweight, because I've got some Prey Upons that don't seem great, but this also makes the Prey Upons better, because I got creature with some beef to actually cast them on. I don't think this is playable in limited. I wanted it to be. I stared at it for a bit, but like you'd have to have some insane black card. I think I take the Mephitic Favors. I'm like, or maybe the Pax Favor. I got a lot more creatures than I do spells here, huh? I think the Mephitic Vapors as the sideboard card is going to be better than our Pax Favor will, though. On one hand, I like Join Shields, but I don't love like all of my big game-changing spells being off my splash color. Like, you know, spells that, you know, not creatures. I think his Prey Upon still does not seem great in this deck. So I could take one, but another one, but I mean, I think I'd rather take the Joint Shields. Wow, my brain stopped for a second. I was like, well, this Curtis route would help me play everything and splash everything, and then I was like, but I'd rather have the Joint Shield. I didn't get it back in time. I didn't say any of this because my brain was moving faster than I could speak. I'm going to take another Swarm Guild Mage here because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Pitiless. Well, I want the Pitiless Gorgon. I'm pretty sure one's about to come around on this wheel. Oh, Guildgate. I'd be happy with a Centipede, but we need the Guildgates. Ooh, Uprising is going to be much better than Prey Upon in this deck, despite what I was saying earlier about getting the cheaper Prey Upon. Now that I'm looking at how the deck worked out. Huh. We're going to take the bats here. I kind of want another Generous Stray, but we've... You know, we're going to take the bats. I don't know if we're going to play them. Oh, we'll definitely take the Canopy. We may even just main deck it. I am unsure. Pax Favor. This is going to be a fun build, because I really am not sure how this is going to turn out. Is it just me, or does the regular version of this card look way better than the foil? Okay, let's look at this. We're going to group creatures separately first. First things first, Circuitous Route. I don't think I want it. Yeah, I don't think I want it. Okay. Actually, I don't think I want the bats. I do think I want the imp still because it puts itself in the graveyard. I don't want Dowser of Lights. I probably don't want World Sword Colossus either. That was probably a bad pick. And to be fair, I'd probably pull the Wood Shaper. Because even though I am going to still splash the white for Camaraderie, because this card seems very good, I also don't want to play too much white. And this is not like markedly better than what else I have going on. Let me pull one of the Foragers out. Yes, I see it too. Okay, the problem is the way we didn't build the right Golgari to match our paired guild. Which for next time I will definitely be thinking about more so as we go on, but it's the first time I've drafted this format, so understandable to make the mistake. But yeah, like if we had we definitely wanted to lean Dimir as our splash and maybe get some Surveil going to make these Undergrowth cards better if we're going to play so much Undergrowth. Whereas Swarm Guild Mage is the side of Golgari that goes well with white. If we had been playing more white and just found, played some tokens and stuff like that, you could play this Swarm Guild Mage, push them across. As it were, we are where we are. So, what are we going to do? I do think we want the Guild Mages. Because again, I think Boros is going to be real. Like, I think it's going to be strong. And I think you have to think about that at all times in this format. So I think the gain 2 life is going to be good, and there's going to be a lot of situations where we can just win with the, not a lot, but there's going to be situations that come up where we can win with the other ability. Absolutely. Maybe we do pull this Generous Stray. Maybe not, though. Like, in theory, this Siege Worm maybe, there, is where it's going to come down. Molder Hulk's not actually going to be an 8-drop either. But I think, given that, that's a sign that we want to take out this other Crawl Foragers. They come back in, obviously, if we're actually playing Boros. But right now, I think it's fine like that. Got a couple more cards we need to cut. Do we think Pax Favor is going to be better than a Prey Upon? I want to cut one of these spells because I want to be a little creature heavy, so I'm not going to run eight spells. I think Bounty of Might's going to win some games. I want to keep that. I'm playing the Splash and the White for the Camaraderie anyway because that's super strong. That's going to win a lot of games. Do we want? I think we want the Pax Favor. I have a feeling. Quick prediction here, because I love predicting things about sets that haven't come out yet. I bet you they're gonna reprint Prey Upon and Ravnica Allegiance. That's the name of the second set, right? Ravnican Allegiance. Allegiance is in the name, and Ravnica. And it's gonna be really good with the Gruul creatures, but it seems like it's gonna be not great in this set. So maybe it will be. Actually, maybe it is decent in this deck. We do get kind of beefy later. An Erstwhile Trooper can pick things off. I mean, that costs another creature card, but take the prey upon. We can adjust as the games go on. Though, given that we intend to adjust, maybe we play the Pack's favor. Because we have a prey upon. You know, in terms of like redundancy. So we gotta cut 2 more cards. One of these Moonmark painters? We've got the Swarm Guild Mages to give the whole dang team menace. So maybe we just cut both of them, and then we play it like this. I kind of like it like this. It like wants to recommend a Plains, but it isn't. Do I want to play a Plains, or am I happy with 2 white sources because it's a 6-drop anyway? Because 6 swamps isn't going to be enough. That's for damn sure. Just do it like this, maybe? And just play it off the 2 guild gates? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I mean, ideally, I'd want a third way to find, a third color, but do we have? Oh, sorry about that spike in noise. Hopefully, I cut it out. If I don't remember to cut it out, I apologize. Anyway, I do like to for research purposes. Like I wish we had we can't in this format because every basic land slot's actually a guild gate. But it would be interesting if we had a different basic land to slide in here that wasn't one of these, just so I could, this would have been my Plains, So I know I'm not, and I don't use that for I should have done this because I have the play. It's just I'm trying to use that kind of thing for more information. Like, for example, if I cut a lot of times with the 23rd card, I'm gonna think when this backsaver draws, I'm going to imagine what would it be like if I had a prey upon in this situation. You know what I mean? Because I considered playing a prey upon for the Pack's favor. So it's just it's getting all of my information, down the line. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do it like this. Yeah. Maybe I should play a 5-drop, but I feel like I'm gonna get these down. Like I said earlier, there's an actual 7-drop, and these are, there's an actual. Yeah, no, I think we're alright. Oh, we're playing against Dude. No, that's somebody. It's just a nice name. It's an interesting name. Dude. We'll keep this hand. We've got our splash color and a green, which is also making us a green mana, and we've got our black mana. So we're doing that all day. Plus, having a guild gates playing guild gates on turn 1, it's always a plus. So opponent is it? But didn't play anything turns 1 or 2. Oh, okay, that's a little worrisome. This is what I'm worried about with this deck. Is just going to play one of those, or not one of those, 2 or 3 of those, and you're going to lose 2 turns after that when you get smacked in the air by 3/1s over and over again. Opponent's already starting to go for it. Boom, that's 4 in the air. They can do that again next turn if they want. And that's just the spells we're seeing here. At what point do I just go for the kill? Because I could offer the 2-for-1 myself. I guess I should have left the assassin back. That was terrible. Oh my goodness. In my brain, I'm like, well, they're gonna play the jumpstart. I gotta force them to play the jumpstart card. All right, guys, stick with me here. We're early in the format. I am not entirely quite used to talking while playing still. Oh my goodness. We leave it back here. Opponent plays velocity. Goes over the head. We might just have to kill it, right? Because if opponent, let's like imagine opponent draws a land, maximizes velocity to go be attacking me for 4 in the air, and then counters my siege worm next turn. Then I'm in a really bad spot. Because, okay, and then it comes down to Prey Upon versus Severed Strands. Normally, in this case with the 1/1, Severed Strands better because, you know, the Prey Upon we might be able to use later in a way that lets us keep our creature alive. But I'm going to use the Prey Upon because I'm playing around the counter spell anyway. So if it's better for me to get a Prey Upon countered, like this whole line was to play around a counter spell. So I'm not going to then play into a situation where if I cast Severed Strands first and opponent counters it, well, I've already sacrificed my creature. And this is how you get punished, because it would be great. That'd be, yeah. Can we... Of course we did. Of course we drew the Bounty of Might this turn. That is... That's how you draw it up, folks. Ooh, okay. I'm going to lose this game because I attacked that turn, aren't I? I still think opponent has a counterspell, the way they're playing. Oh, okay. Oh, we might be alright. We'll see how this goes. We're gonna play a Siege Worm. I'm interested if we take a look at this card, and then the card's art, and the card's function, and the card's flavor text while we're at it, because altogether, it doesn't quite click for me. So it's what's happening on the art. Like, all right, so let's start with the flavor text. I've seen Ravnica's Fate. Believe me, I'm doing you a favor. So clearly she's like, you know, cutting either... Is she cutting, like, literal strands of fate? Or, like, proverbial strands of fate? Like, or is she just cutting strands that are going to lead to that spider thing in the background dying? And is she dying with it? Is that what's going to happen? I don't see where the sacrificing your own creature to destroy the other creature works in with the rest of what's going on in this card. That's my point. She also definitely has some spider-esque things going on her face. I can't, like, hold on. You know what I'm talking about. You can see, like, on either side of her head and, like, you know, right there, or up here. You know, I'm talking about this while opponent's ready to destroy me. Man, I am so terrible. I'm gonna lose this game almost entirely because I failed to just like as okay. Also because I've drawn a lot of lands. That's not a non-zero effect here, but so I think I just have to attack here. Not block, and hope opponent doesn't have another pump spell. Because like I can't leave it back to not take the 1 damage from the Mystic. That's not helping. So I had to get it there. Uh, if opponent can't pump, we might be able to steal this game with the bounty of might. Oh no, here it comes. Ew, invert too? Oh man, opponent's deck is really kicking my butt right now. Man. Okay. So I don't think it matters because of the invert. I guess it probably still does because opponent would have had to cast the velocity on the previous turn. I would have had. Regardless, I don't think it's. No, I'm not going to spend brain power trying to figure out. I definitely made a mistake attacking with the assassin on that turn. Don't ask me why I did it. My brain was not working properly. That was a huge one. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the mephitic vapors because it's good versus both killing a swarm of the mephitic vapors. We're gonna bring in because it's good killing both a swarm of like birds if they acquire it, or just the leapfrogs themselves up front. Uh, hmm. Bounty of Might still seem very good. I don't want to cut one of these. I mean, like, if I don't just draw land over and over again in that game, that was too much land. Do we have anything else we can like? Maybe we would probably bring in at least one of these foragers. We'll cut a siege worm because that was bloody expensive. And what else? Is Pax Favor something we want here? What does it do versus opponent's deck? Like, at what point am I going to be able to block opponent's creatures while they're flying over me? No, I think this is better like this. Yes, I think we do want to play first, only to get our defensive speed going. We will keep this hand. We got ourselves a Guild Mage. Some admittedly kind of bleh removal because they're going to cost me my own creatures most likely. I don't have like my throwaway creatures yet. Ew. That card is very good. So we're not going to attack. We could attack, but that just lets opponent trade the Crater Maker away for the Guild Mage, and I don't gain 2 life. Here, if opponent does attack, I still get to gain 2 life. Or I just get to gain 2 life. I'm not excited, per se, about the frequency I've been drawing lands. Again, this game, I did not need more land in that opener. It was a 4-land opener. And I've drawn land on 3 straight turns. I blocked this. I kind of had some weird deja vu thing where I was like, nah, I've seen the future, I have to block this. But, yeah. Gain our life, we trade for the flying thing. Opponent can hit it with a crater maker. They want to keep their leapfrog. But I don't know why opponent attacked there. Invert doesn't do anything. Unless they actively felt like trading their frog for my guild mage was good. I don't think it was. Deck, give me some non-land cards. Oh baby, oh baby. Is this the return? Is this what the return's gonna be like? We brought it back just to get wrecked. In fast 2 games? Is that what it's going to be? Because we're just not going to draw any land, and we're going to have these spells that require creatures. We specifically played a lot of creatures. Hey, that's a pretty good one. Okay. Gains me life. Also works with the Uprising. Not amazingly. Well, no, it does. I mean, I can force a 2-for-2 with opponent. Right as it is right now. There's their goblin. They can sack their goblin, assuming they're gonna have mana up, which they probably will. Oh no, we're gonna get. Doesn't matter. Yeah, as soon as I saw that tap for that mana, I knew I was about to get hypothesis. Oh man, and opponent's drawing 2 cards. Yeah, this is not where we want to be right now. Oh, man. Come on, deck. Yep. This is about right. This is about exactly how I expected it to be when I came back. I wasn't in the first page on Corset 2019 trophies, but I was like just off of it. I had 29. I was playing so well. I was, things were. Opponent's just direct currentting my face. That can't be good. Oh, that's not bad. That brings up some interesting questions. Like, do I get the foragers because I can gain life with them in a bit? Or do I get the guild mage so I can cast Severed Strands this turn? Because I can't cast the foragers this turn. I can cast the guild mage and Severed Strands. Or I could cast Finebroker and Undercity Uprising. I feel very strongly like I need to remove a creature because opponent just direct currented my face last turn. Yeah, so we're to get the Crawl Foragers. Assuming opponent doesn't counter the spell. If opponent counters this creature. Okay, we're to get the Crawl Foragers. And we're going to go kill that flyer. And if opponent wants to trade the Crater Maker away to make it a 2-for-2, I'm okay with that. Because the Finebroker was already a 2-for-1 on its own. Which is getting me back to Crawl for. You're with me. You're following. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's why the opponent direct carded my face, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Because if I didn't play a creature... I mean, that still doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh my... I don't know if you actually direct current my face there. Oh! That is actually not that bad because of the Severed Strands in hand, as long as its opponent doesn't just kill us right here. Ooh, and that's a good draw too. So play the Foragers. Oh, no, fuck! Oops, first, sorry, apologies, I'm trying not to curse on here too much. Secondly, I could have gained an extra life if I sacrificed first, but I'm an idiot, and I just played the Foragers first. I'm an idiot. Again, I'm an idiot, and I know I'm an idiot, and I'm going to be very, very straightforward about that right here. However, we might have finally worked ourselves to a good position. That's fine. Interesting. If opponent wanted to, they could have traded away their Whisper, like offered the trade of their Whisper Maker. Ooh, we have to play that right here. It's only two cards and 2 life, but like we can't not. Do I attack? I can get in there with the Pilfering for 2. But I don't know. That is very effective here. Ooh, opponent's going to go for the Imp now? Interesting. I'm not excited about this, but I'm not throwing away the Crawl Foragers to not let them... Did opponents say no? Why would you say no there? What the heck could opponent have in their hand? Also, I'm talking about card art and flavor text and everything. Now, this is amazing and adorable, and it all works together, and it's delightful. The affectionate Indrik, you know, it's such a gentle creature. It doesn't, you know, it's a nice thing. It's not the Indrik's fault. Look at the little cats all around it, and really. Okay, then. I guess that's a reason to not discard your hand. I guess I should have thought about that. Yep, I definitely should have. That should have occurred to me. Because had that occurred to me, I could have gone with this Prey Upon first. And, yeah. Can't block anyway, so... Opponent's gonna play a haste creature. Okay. I was about to lose my mind. Of course, that is also not good for us, though, because with the Book Devourer, that is a heck of a move. Because they get to, whatever junk they have in their hand, they get to discard, and they're going to get to draw 2 more cards off the, you know, when they play a land after the discard theoretically. Again, no? So is there another counter? We're attacking because we have a plan to win the game right now. Opponent's gonna go get some more cards. See, this is interesting. Do we think I have to Bounty of Might here to not die? This is close. Like, because on one hand, this could be the precursor to like an invert attack and it cast invert win, and we haven't seen invert yet. Apparently, it's gone through half their deck. On the other hand, it's also just like they had a direct card in their yard and screw it. Okay, so this really just comes down to does opponent block here? And that's so is opponent playing around Bounty of Might? I don't think they should. So I think I'm gonna win the game here. I think the correct play of your opponent is to not block. Really? Well, hot damn. Right, like, all right, so my theory is the correct play. Your opponent didn't see Bounty of Might in game one. Even though I have two, they didn't see either of them. And so if I have a removal in hand... Yeah! You got me. You read it. So, I mean, if opponent puts me on it, then... Damn. So if opponent puts me on it, then I like whatever. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't. What did I? Let's go back to that game. Let's take a look at this. What did I do? I guess it was how long I sat on that guild mage, right? I should have just let opponent kill it. That's what it was. That's 100% what it was. Because that's what gives it away. So I should have thought about because opponents the direct current was in opponent's graveyard, so I knew opponent had it to use. Like I knew I had to block the Devourer anyway to not die to the direct current. So knowing all that, I should have just been willing to just like because. Yeah, okay. Well, so here's the thing. Let's come around back to why I should have just snap let that thing die. Because if opponent has invert, I'm dead anyway. Like opponent attack, they wouldn't have played it that way. Opponent would have attacked, would have inverted, got the damage in, and then bought me in the face with the direct current. Huh. Okay then. Now the question is, well, apparently, I guess it was that draft took a while. This recording's been going for an hour, so like, plausibly, I could have played a whole draft in that time. So we're probably gonna just put this recording up as it is. In the future, if I like 0-1 out too fast, I might get something going for between game. You know, like to lie and pad out the video some, so you're not like, you don't know I lost right away. You're gonna get halfway through this video, you're gonna realize I've lost. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out and seeing how I lost and working with me here as I work through all these places. I mean, I enjoyed that. I got smacked. I probably punted. I probably lose game one anyway. Maybe I turn the corner there if I don't attack on that turn. But yes, obviously attacking that turn was bone stupid. Like, in game two, my biggest misplay was just not, I think that was the misplay. Was just not just snap, letting the Swarm Guildmates die. I think the only reason I would have sat there that long is if I had Bounty or Might. So it was. So while I'm over here like, why do I put it with block? No, I gave opponent all the information they could ever need to know I had it. Like, yeah. In a vacuum, the Crawl Foragers should get in there. But I gave it away. I definitely gave away what was going on. Just grilling on that Guild Mage. Yeah. Well, that is what it is. So, yeah. We're going to have more drafts coming. We're going to try to... A lack of daily drafts from this point out will come down to my ability to record them, not my ability to afford them, which is a lot better place to be. So, until next time... don't make any terrible attacks when you really shouldn't make any terrible attack. Like, think your whole attack through. Like, yeah. This is a hell of a first. A hell of a. I can't even say what I'm trying to say. A hell of a wrap up on this video. All right, let's try this again. So, as always, make sure you remember not to attack when you shouldn't attack. Keep your make your decisions when you have to make your decisions quickly and fast. Don't give away the whole game. And of course, as always, have a great life, folks. Peace.